Okay, good morning guys. I'm going to give you a walkthrough today. Do a little video here to show you all my trees. So get ready for this. So first of all, here in my driveway, we're heading back that way. Here's the first of my trees. I have got my little Japanese maples in the front. And then I have my bigger willows. These are my willow shrubs. This is one of my actual nice big tall willow trees. There are some vegetables, and Preston stuck those pails in there with the vegetables. Then I have my little tree that Preston and I actually got from the graveyard last year. This little tree came from the shop last year. And that little tree I just dug up this spring. Got a mosquito on me here this morning, sorry. Yeah, I just dug that one up this spring in the field. So those are the driveway trees. We'll head back in here and keep on going. The trees just keep going. Out here, we're getting into the little pines in the bonsai pots. Come back here so I can get a better look for you guys. A little white cedar that my neighbor Angie gave me a few weeks ago. Some bigger pines. That little guy's slowly kind of hanging on. I got him actually earlier this spring and he really fought to hang on. That's one of my favorite little pines right there too. My maples. Another little field tree, little dogwood. These three little red pines are from Canal Days this year. Sorry, there's four of those. And then the three bigger red pines are from Canal Days last year. My wife had her back home. This is a willow I took out of the ditch this year. The top of it died, so I'm going to let the branches all grow around the top. Japanese maple that we just bought this year, a big one. My pink willow from last year, it's doing good. Another big Japanese maple that we just bought this year. This is a special little willow tree I'm growing. That's the big tree that we camp under, and Diggy and I used to camp under that tree all the time. So there's a clipping from that tree. Two bush trees right here. Two little guys I got, those are both from last year. Here's my nursery from this year. These little babies are all from this year, and they're just in there for my nursery. Here's my chicken. It's my little cedar, my white cedar. It still has the eggs in there. That was in with my chickens when I had my chickens, so now I'm growing that into a bonsai tree form. There's a little pine that's just kind of hanging on. A little pine I had wired last year, and so this year I put it in the bonsai pot. It's doing good. These things, I don't know, these things grow in the bush around here, so I got that actually last year. One of my favorite little plants. That pine still has a little green in it, but it's kind of hanging on there. Another little maple that's doing really good this year. This is a little baby tree, one of Mars babies from her big tree that I'll show you next. So I just put that in a bonsai pot and started growing that. Here's Mars legacy tree in a pot. Everything's very green around it, so it's hard to see it. But yeah, there's Mars tree. And we've got a rock in there for Diggy and one for Marlene. So okay. Now, don't worry, we still got plenty of trees to go. And then there's the backyard. Let's stay over here in the front corner. This tree, it's kind of hard to see this little pine. Gabriel and I actually got that tree last year out of the bush. This is new from this year. This is a beautiful tree. Nice big thick trunk on it. I'm hoping that this one will live, but I got it a little later in the year. But if I let this one go till, like say, next April, it wasn't going to be there anymore, so I had to save it now. This tree was from this April. A nice big spruce there. And then these 3 tall pines that I have, 1, 2, 3, they come out of the bush in a spot where they get a little taller than this, and then they all die because they're all choked off in there. So I saved those guys and brought them home. Come on in here to the old chicken coop. There's our good stuff. There's Santa Claus. My junipers. I have nothing else on that. That'll be going back in the house at the end of this month. Pine tree. Another couple little piners. Another little pine tree. This is really my pine and spruce nursery out here. Pine tree, 3 spruce trees. My big tree that grows out of pines. I'm gonna give this thing some Dawn dish soap and water later. I think it might have some spider mites still. My table of pines, my big bent pine back there. Love that tree. This back here is one of those alpines. I have 2 of those. I'll show you the other one in a second. Spruce here. My big pine from last year. One of my favorite trees. Here's that other alpine right here. As you can see, it's got some new growth up there. It's slowly bouncing back. I got that, it's field growing, and I saved it. It was slowly dying, it was choked out. My little guy, that one's from this year. That one's from last year. It's a hemlock, I believe. That one I bought from the store last year. So yeah, let's head over here to these guys. This one is from up north. It's one of the only trees I have from up north. This is a beautiful little tree that I got this year. That is a beautiful pine tree. That one I bought last year, and I just started doing some work on that. Another little pine. This is the only little pine right here that I actually have wired right now. Just wired that guy yesterday. Like he's growing down off the side of a mountain and back up. My pine forest from last year, look at how good the top of that is. That's my little pine forest I made last year compared to the one I just made for this year. So you can see the difference 1 year makes, eh? This tree here, I don't have it wired. I have some wires pulling a couple branches down. A nice big cascade. This one, I have to do something with sooner or later. This was another one of my April trees. One of my favorite little trees, but it's too straight. I'm gonna have to fix that soon. Little red cedar, the only one I got in a pot. Just some weeds and raspberries and a little Japanese maple. That one might not make it. It's kind of been hanging on for a while. So I'm gonna open my gate and we'll see what we got going on back here for trees. Little red cedars. Every one of these are going to be kept in the ground, grow to 3-4 feet high, and turned into like little field bonsais. So I'll have a few years I'll be pulling weeds out from around these guys. These are all just planted this year, just last weekend actually. So I'm going to keep them well watered. Red cedars are tough. Every one of these trees will survive. Got 2 more big ones I'm going to go get. And a couple taller ones here. I got some that are twice this size. 2 of them, but I'm going to have to wait for April. This little bush has been here for a few days. I kind of trimmed it out, cleaned it up. I got that from my boss. It was going to be thrown away. So he's kind of using it for practice. I don't want to take anything more off it right now. You know what they say, don't take more than 3/4 of the growth at one time. And it got repotted. Move around here to the first of our sarissas. A bunch of my clippings that I've grown over time. They're getting bigger. Another one there. My biggest clippings that are full trees now. And none of those are my original one yet. My flowers. Another sarissa clipping there. Here's a tree that I'm going to pull out for you guys. I really want to show you guys this tree. This is crazy. Let me put it with this background. That's actually a small marijuana plant that I've grown into a bonsai tree. Or attempting to, right? It's just for fun, just to see. It's not something that was going to be like for smoking or anything. That's just to see what I could do with a bonsai, with a little marijuana tree, make it into a bonsai plant. My big tall sarissa, come back over here. Little yellow, it might have gotten too much fertilizer this year. Another sarissa I got coming along in my big pot. I put that one in a big pot to see if it would grow bigger. Another sarissa. And my bamboo back there. Another little sarissa. And then my king of thorns, which has been replanted this year into a little bit of a bigger pot. Now we come to my original sarissa. Look at that beauty old car, eh? Thank you, Stevie. The two big ones here are from Heather's dad's seed. That was the blue jacaranda and a royal cransetta. My rain tree is still sleeping this morning, my Brazilian rain tree. And we got a little guy, I don't remember what that thing was. It almost always died, but now it's finally this year it's hanging in there, coming along. So, see if we can get you in my greenhouse here. We'll be able to end this tour. Now, I'm gonna have to come back out here later and make a video because my cactus actually has flowered. And then when the sun comes out later, these flowers open and they're beautiful. I've never seen flowers on a cactus before. I know nothing about cactuses, but I got bored this spring and I bought these cactuses and a bunch of succulents. That one I already had, my umbrella tree. There's some baby sarissas, my ficus, ginger ficus. These succulents right here are the ones that I bought this spring too, just because I was bored and wanted something else to do in the house. Excuse me, house plant. More succulents. These flowers have been on there since the winter time. They're finally dying. Maybe I'm gonna get new ones. Some baby Japanese maples. My other big house plant. Mars new potato. The old potato finally died. We got a new one with, you can see the little green spouts. That one grew from Mars' original one. So you can see videos when that thing was really big. And I also have a clipping from the original one down here, along with two more little willows that I'm rooting off of Diggy's camping tree. Baby rain trees, I'm gonna see if I can propagate them. I don't know if it'll work. That big bonsai tree right there is actually fake, so don't look at that too much. These are not fake. These four little guys here, from what I'm told, are worth good money when you grow these, but they take years to grow. But those are 4 pomegranate trees, which I have started from seed. Excuse me. Just yesterday I came out here. They were, all 4 of them have been in the same pot together since I started these back sometime in late winter. This past winter I started these seeds. And that's where we're at, one growing season of one summer. Summer's not even over yet, so I'm really proud of those guys. They're gonna have to come in, of course. And I just got some more maple clippings I put in there. We'll see if any of them take or not. But I was doing a little pruning yesterday. I was like, you know what, I'll just throw them in there. If they work, they work. If they don't, they don't, you know. So yeah, guys, that's, let me step out of here. Sorry, I know the camera's all over. But that'll be it for today. And like I say, I'll come back later for these cactuses. I also have That flower has not opened yet. Yesterday, it's still growing, I guess. So that one didn't open yesterday. These two did, and they were really beautiful. So later, after church, I'll come out here when these flowers are all the way open. I'll get a little video of that for you guys. Anyways, this is Buck signing off. She's Sunday. I'm gonna go get ready for church, and that is all the trees in my whole yard for now. See you next time, guys.